All right, let me go over my usual, make sure everything's running okay. Keyboard is fine, my code is fine. And yeah, good evening everyone, and welcome to the stream. We're probably going to continue off from where we left off the other day. I was going to do this in the morning, but there was a huge update to this game. Around a 70 GB update, which might not be huge where you're living, I guess, but it was huge for me. After that, I feel like the game looks a lot better, but at the same time, a lot of stuff feels very broken. Like initially when I started playing on PlayStation, which we are doing right now, you couldn't even see what you were selecting on the UI. Like if I went, like I can't go here right now. Like if I went to the battle pass or anything, nothing was highlighted. It was very weird. That was fixed after a restart, but even now there are some oddities in the game, and I'm hoping that we don't run into them. One of those oddities was actually your dash wasn't working properly, and I didn't realize why that was happening until much later. It seems like your solo world is now connected a lot more to the online side of things, so if your connection to the online side of things is bad, it gets worse on your solo world too, is what I'm guessing. But yeah, Mo Ghostmaster, and as you can see, the arena is actually in the right color now. I feel like they've made some weird color adjustments to the game as well, because everything looks a little more contrasty and punchy. But I'd rather have it as bright. I mean, even in the bright preset, but somehow it still feels a bit more contrasty than I would like. But unfortunately, you can't change that. So in we go. I was hoping that the update would actually, since this is our first encounter in the fight, I'll leave the cutscene running again. I was hoping that the update, because it was so huge, would actually fix the texture problems on console, and it does feel better to an extent. But then you see scenes like this. I see the pattern on the cloth and you realize maybe it's not as improved as I thought it was. Okay, everything also feels slightly laggy. Like, I was pressing the button change there for quite a bit. You get a little ting sound now when you get the effect as well, which is nice. Yeah, it's probably gonna be just me fighting Ghostmaster over and over again. I am pretty hopeful we'll get him tonight. Oh, her. I'm so confused as what? And accidentally ended up leaving the fight as usual. God of Avarice comes from Ghostmaster. You guys just heard it there. Even let me just reset my capture card here because I feel like there might be a bit of a lag. Might blink out for a second here. It should be synced up now. Nope, what? This is so weird. Yeah, almost. I'm not entirely sure whether I'm messing it up or there's something else happening. If things keep messing up, I'll probably shift to Kidensagami, but for now I kind of want to keep trying Ghostmaster. Because we were almost to the point of getting it. What? Yeah, maybe it's one night's rest was not enough to fix our issues by the looks of it. Oh, what? I couldn't even get a stagger. It's really hard for me to say whether I need to adjust, and it's just my play or the update itself just being weird. I'm gonna assume it's just my play. Oh, now that was something else entirely. There is a chance that if you are stuck near that palanquin, that you might get hit by Ghostmaster's hand. It has a hitbox there. It's a very rare occurrence, but it does happen. Kind of wonder if they've altered the timings for the solo stuff. Because it feels like you have to parry a bit closer than necessary. Like before, I mean. I got hit on that last one. Unfortunate. Very unfortunate. And this time around, you're actually not spawning at the start of the bridge, but right in the fight. It definitely applied a few fixes in here. Even the icon for intoxication has changed. I think previously the icon for intoxication was like a sprint icon of sorts, but now it's... my OC. Dude, that completely took me out of the fight. It's my Oishi Mikha Oshko. I read it as Oishi Mikha Oshko, and I was like, what are you talking about? Delicious Mikha Oshko. And I accidentally quit that fight entirely. But yeah, in case you're wondering, I'm trying to do this fight without getting hit. There are challenges for each of the bosses in this game, and one of the challenges is to do it on the hardest difficulty without getting hit. And he is proving to be a bit of a challenge. Most of the bosses are a bit of a challenge in some way or another. I don't feel like Ghostmaster is too difficult, but there are some attacks which can just blindside you, and there was a huge update to the game, and I feel like they made some alterations to his patterns and everything, so it's just throwing me off now. I felt like I had this fight in the bag last night almost, before the updates forced me out. And if you are unsure as to whether I was playing on console, those textures should be all the clues you need. Yeah, they made some weird alterations. Like the one thing I've noticed is that previously, if you restarted the fight, you'd actually start right over here at the bridge, and you'd walk in to trigger the cutscene. But now, when you restart the fight, it automatically triggers. So there are some stuff that they've changed, and I'm noticing a change in mechanics. So if you charge up the rope dart, it didn't used to do that little ting there. Yeah, it's a good buff, good change for that at least. But I'm noticing like little changes like that. Even this intoxication buff, the icon for it is different. Previously it was like a sprint icon, but now it's actually looking like you're drinking something. And I think I sort of understand why I'm being thrown off here. The rope dart has a follow-up that you could do before, but that is not activating as quickly as it did. Yeah, this. It feels like there's a bit of a lag before it can activate now. And previously you could do this instantly and then just hit it. But now, as you can see, it's not doing it. Even though you can kind of see I'm pressing the button. It might be a nerf as well, because I do believe this combination, the rope dart and dual blades, are considered like the PvP meta at the moment. Especially since that kick can knock down people, but you can also see it's being weird, because the icon is appearing a bit later, so there's definitely some latency issues in there too. Like sometimes it appears almost instantly and I can do it, but other times even the icon takes a while to change. Yep, unfortunately. And because I'm not getting that interrupt, it's completely throwing off my pattern. So I'm so used to a specific pattern during this first phase. But I guess we'll do what we can. Gotta adjust. Yeah, there's definitely a delay there. I just have to use it a bit more slowly or do it in another more open window. Because the way I was using it before, I was using it to interrupt an attack. Yeah, you can't even chain into your dual blades. It maybe is it? It feels like you cannot. Because one of the things you could do was normally the combo how it goes is you do this, do the kick, and then immediately change into dual blades. But you can't. Your animation lock now, that is changed. Yeah, you can't. You can't change it in the middle now. Interesting. I guess they didn't want dual blades and rope dart to be too high on the PvP meta. Please stop slapping me. I went from... and for a second you could see my actual tank weapon appear there. It loaded my original character and not the one that I'm using for the challenge. What do you call what again? The rope dart? Yeah. Pretty much. Like, because I was doing the same thing over and over again, it's very muscle memory for me. But now the patch has definitely fumbled it. I'll have to come up with a new tactic now. Pretty much. Time to write a new script. Yeah, you'd never see that attack yesterday if I was playing it. Because I'd always almost knock him out of that. Yep, because this boss has a lot of fast attack, but the only slow attack that he does is that umbrella that is the follow-up. And normally I don't have to deal with it because I always interrupt it and he'll move on to the other attack after it's interrupted. But now I actually have to deal with it. Oh, even that's slightly changed. I'm learning new things as we go along. Before, the moment he disappeared, the camera would look up immediately at where he's teleporting, but now it's locking on when he's actually diving at you. Progress 2.0, in a sense. Like, instead of progging on Final Fantasy's New Savage, I'm progging on this. Which, to be fair, is perfectly fine with me. Though the current tier does look really, really good. I'm not sure if you're taking a look, Sento. I was watching Mort play it the other day. Yep, with the amount of area, it feels like the theme for this Savage is area denial to the max. Oh, the slap. Okay, let's just practice. I am getting hit by everything, and not this move. I hate this move. Somehow managed to avoid it. You'd never want to see that move, ideally. Because it has no good tell-in so far as I know. Oh, you guys made these stronger too? Or maybe I'm missing the attack there. Okay, that's just a death. If you're possessed during phase 2, you just die. I can probably get the no-hit tonight if I keep trying. Oh yeah, this time we actually spawned at the place where I expected to spawn, at the bridge. Oh, what? careful. I am messing this up considerably. And for some odd reason, like for most of the bosses in the game, especially the ones in the Abyss Trials, they usually skip the cutscenes. But for some odd reason, this specific boss always has its cutscene, and I don't know why. None of the other bosses actually have it. Oh, right, let's not forget our buff setup before we go in. Gotta intoxicate myself before I jump in. Oh, what? Normally he'd just fly straight up there. They've definitely done some weird stuff there. Or maybe I should... He's doing that one extra follow-up now before they go in. He goes up. Well, at least we're getting a bit more consistent in phase 1. No, it's just practice for now. I feel like I need it now. Just can't. Yeah, that's what I was expecting you to do the last time, just fly up. And on to phase 2. Gonna practice the parries a bit. I'm sure nothing's changed too much. Oh, shouldn't run. I need the stamina. Okay, jump. What? Honestly, I can't decide if they made it easier or harder now. I feel like they might have made it slightly easier. Yeah, because you're kind of locked on to the boss at the start, and that's not the most ideal move you can use for that. I think the most ideal one for you want to use for that is the Guardian farm. It's okay, as long as we can get the ads without them hitting me, I'm perfectly fine, and they're low enough. Like, ideally, I feel like instead of the bell, which I'm using right now, you want to use this instead. If I can actually use it. which is a lot more powerful. But activating it is a bit difficult because unlike the other skills, which you can do on the ground, this one, if you do on the ground, it's completely different. This is the ground move. But if you are a certain height, that move changes. But the only way to activate it in the air is if you do a triple jump, slam down, and then during the slam down process, then you use the skill. I don't have enough vitality to use it, but yes. So instead of going the more difficult route, I've become lazy and just use the bell, which is a lot easier to do, even if it's not perfect. In fact, if you look at this is an area damage skill. This is an area debuff skill. It's not the most ideal skill to use. Yeah, back into the thick of things. Probably gonna be a very boring stream on my end, just trying the fight over and over again until I can get everything back on track again. You are already doing a lot less damage than I remember too. Yo, this might kill me. Yep. It did kill me. Yeah, the whole reason I'm interrupting all those moves is to avoid that attack. It is... I have looked at that, I have recorded that attack, and I do not know a good tell for it at all. I've seen people mention that you're listening to the whoosh sound he makes when he appears, but it is kind of random on which attack he's gonna do. He's gonna... in total, he can appear and disappear 4 times, and he will attack at random on any of their turns. 1 to 4, any of that can be random. The best way I found, if it appears, is to just dodge each and every time. A little more gambling in the gacha game. It was a slow variant. Directly on my head. Like the timing for that has changed too, ever so slightly. That is a very unideal position for him to appear at.
第一次进步了。
Yeah, looks like I need to get used to a lot of his moves now. I always suffered a bit from that. The one move that I needed to learn to no-hit this fight was that little move at the end where he disappears. The sudden attack where he just goes red. Yep, just a bit more polish. It's alright. I feel like I will eventually get it. I'm not too worried. It's like, it might sound a bit arrogant for me to say this, but I almost feel like it's a bit of an inevitability that we're gonna get the fight. It's just, it's gonna take a bit more. I am inevitable. Oh, he got stuck on the pelican. That's not ideal. It's a matter of if, only when. This is a good angle. Oh. Not a good angle. This is... Well, we still got them somehow. And without getting hit too, surprisingly. What? Wait, did it freeze there? Come on, we were doing so good there, too. I can't tell if that was my capture card being weird or just the game being weird. That was a very good run, though. And I'm about to mess it up by getting hit by all these floppers. Just gonna do the red move after this, so I'll have to be careful. This is a really bad angle. Yeah, it was the red move. It's one of the reasons why I feel like this fight isn't too hard. In terms of the actual number of moves he has, it is very limited. So I know that, like, in second phase, he has 3 moves, physical moves that he always does. The very slow 1, 2, 3, where he spins around a lot. The one where it's a fast 1, 2, disappears, and then does the downward stroke. That's number 2. And the third one is the one where he disappears. So I know that if he uses the first two, he's gonna use the third one. It seems very predictable. Other than that slight freeze there, that was a pretty good run. Oh. I was hoping the poison dot would activate and I wouldn't have to parry that. It activated after I got hit. Okay, getting better at phase 1. I feel like he's going back into that pattern I'm used to. Did I get caught up in something? Okay. That was the second one. Into the breach once more. Was slow. The fire dot that I'm putting on the boss is one of the most damaging effects that I have right now. It is very, very good. But it's a bit tricky to use, because if I don't apply it on like almost immediately after the parry, he's gonna attack me. Got hit, but we'll practice phase 2. Now if he appears, it's going to be the red attack again. But he's going to summon first. What a bad angle. Well, let's just... Yeah, it was a red attack. Oh dear. Yeah. The hitboxes, if you're near the flowers, the hitboxes are very weird. You can't quite tell. And I'm very low on stamina. This might not be... Okay, it's barely enough. And after this, he's gonna either summon the ads or do the red attack. Now it's ad time. Or lily time. One or the other. It's always either the lilies or the ads. And personally, I take the ads over the lilies anytime because these are not fun. He went into ads right after. Oh, okay. That's the one move I need to practice for. It was a bit easier before. Like, honestly, when I was fighting the boss yesterday, for some reason, my character would always attack the ad at the very back, and that's fine as long as I angled myself to it properly. They would attack it, right? I could angle the bell to hit everything. But the problem is, I think they added in some new targeting things for now, and somehow that is auto lock on switch to the closest target. Yeah, these options were not there before. Whatever they did to this smart thing has changed how it works a bit. Intelligently selects a lock target based on the angles and distance of all. Maybe if I can just do it for the nearest, it might be a bit easier. So auto lock on enable. Yeah, I feel like previously it was the furthest ad, so it worked out pretty okay. Now I just need to make sure that when it soft locks on automatically, it locks onto the nearest one, and then I angle my bell properly. Oh. I might be a little too close to the arena. To the arena edge. It's one of the things that can throw off your block timing. Normally, when you're pairing that, your characters move slightly to the back. But if you're at the edge of the arena, you are slightly forward, and that changes the timing. Now that one was just on me. That had nothing to do with it. I might be going through my stuck on phase 1 thing again. How much poison do I have anyway? 1,300, a good number. What? That's unfortunate. I just reacted a little too quickly there. Yeah, that's working a lot better. A lot less health to deal with. But getting hit by that normal combo was not ideal. Interesting. You get burned even in the middle of her mechanic. Okay. I think the poison actually knocked the Ghost Doctor out of his invisibility phase. Okay. He's doing it again because the pattern's messed up. I don't have enough bell to actually destroy these things either. I might actually get stuck here. Yeah, I'm gonna get possessed. Oh, barely. Yep, nope, possessed. That's the end. Definitely gonna be a long night. Or do you mean that more for your end? How are you, Sento? By the way, I should have been asking that. First of all. Are you doing some sort of weird work that's gonna keep you up all night? Yeah, you did mention you were in the middle of jobs, so I do understand that. In general, though, did you have any good food recently? How was New Year's? Surely you'd gone on to celebrate. In my case, I was involved in some of the prep for a food festival over here, and unfortunately, even though there weren't as many people as there would be in the actual festival itself, I kind of caught a cold from working there. And I spent the entire week trying to recover. I'm still not completely okay. This is why I have a bunch of strapsils next to me. Not a fun way to start off the next year. Oop. I mean, exercising is always nice. Let's just hope it's not one of those January gym types, right? It's even 30 minutes a day is like really good stuff. Just 30 minutes on a treadmill, or just doing some jumping jacks, some calisthenics in general. Health is wealth, and as someone who suffers from that quite a bit, I can tell you it is very valuable. Especially the older you get. Yeah, treadmills are it might seem like just make it a daily task and it becomes a lot easier. Personally, because I suffered from trying to do that a lot, right? I could never do it consistently. So what I learned from a friend was just get on it and walk for 15 minutes. Put on your favorite anime show. At least that's what I did, right? Because animes are around that much time. And then just walk for 15 minutes. Good stuff, honestly. Calisthenics are another way to just get your blood pressure and everything in line. All I'd say is, as someone who's trying to do the same thing, and I've seen like Zed and some of the others kind of trying to do the same thing as well, take it small. Like, even if you could do it for only 10 minutes, consistently doing it over a long period will do you wonders. It's kind of like dailies, right? It's your daily. You gotta farm enough tomes to get the healthy body look. I don't mean to use my demon form there. That is a beautiful build setup. I'm just lacking the damage because I haven't upgraded it. I fumbled it. Dailies, but you don't get the gilded tone? I wouldn't say that, right? In this case, the tones is the better look, and the gil is the health. And when you gamify things like that, it becomes a lot easier to do things. Like, trust me, I am very much... this is going to sound very embarrassing, and I feel like you guys have like a very... if I remember when I was raiding with you all, a lot of you were like, I am the very prim and proper student council type, right? Like Zed said it, 3 said it, even Mort was like, you sound like you were on the student council. But that's not the case. I'm actually very much a slob. For the longest time, I had a hard time even cleaning my room and making my bed and everything. But I just started doing it small, right? Like clean a part of the room, and then over time it just got better. And I feel like that's the dividend that's going to play off with that as well. Like, just do little parts, like one corner, the other corner, and over time it becomes a lot easier. It's the same for exercise, to be honest. If you feel like you can do an hour or 30 minutes, just do 10 minutes. That's perfectly fine. Just do it consistently. Yep. It's all about getting into the habit of those things. Also, let me take like a 10, not a 10-minute break, like a 5-minute break to get a bottle of water, and I'll be right back. I also need to restock on some strepsils because that cold is starting to block my nose again. So be right back. But yes, gotta start small, but keep doing it constantly. Now, let me quit out so that you all have actually some music in the background. And instead of just the cricket noises and the rain pattering here. I'll even do a little dance with my character before I leave. Alright, let me put this on break and be right back. All right, I'm back. I was hoping that that dance sequence would actually last the entirety of the break, but apparently not. Got myself a fresh bottle of water, and I have a strap sail, which hopefully does not go over out to stream too much. Much better than having my nose clogged. Yep. It's something I always have when I'm gaming, like a bottle of water right next to me. I think I sometimes drink a little too much water, to be honest. Mm. True, because I do believe that excessive thirst is a sign of diabetes too. So if you are feeling like you in constant need to constant thirst. It's always better to get a bit of a check. Hmm. Thankfully, I farmed a lot of poison for this fight. Oh, you dodged my flame breath. Blade, careful. Oh, what? I swear this game hates me for some reason. That freeze also is starting to happen after the patch. That didn't happen before. Okay. Oh, wow, okay. We did it. I was a bit annoyed because we got the freeze there, but somehow we actually managed to do it. Clear the trial on the missed difficulty without taking that. I just needed to hydrate. Maybe just a break from there was all I needed. But yeah, that's one challenge. Then there is another boss there that I kind of need to do, but I also want to explore the rest of the world before we challenge it. And I feel like that boss is a lot more fun, right? I always love a boss that has like a lot of feints, and this boss that I'm talking about, he does a lot of feints. And yeah, the only thing you actually get is just a title and an image screen. Twin lines, yeah. This is the boss that we're talking. I don't know why it's happening. I feel like there was this huge, like 70 GB update. Well, maybe it's not huge for you guys over there, but for us, it's like huge. But after that update, I feel like things are like very wonky. Like when I first started, after the update, I couldn't even see where my menu was. It was not highlighted. It was so weird. I couldn't tell what I was pressing. Like if I went over to the shop or any place, I could not tell. The highlighter around the box was not there. And even now, I feel like there's a bit of a bug with the fast run, and now it's working. No, I don't think it's working properly. It's supposed to be going a lot faster than this. When I first loaded it up, the patch, when you use that move, you actually went in slow motion. It was the weirdest thing to see. So what is this? Oh, okay, I guess it. This must be another patch thing. Like, if you started, this is where you actually start the game for the very first time. And you get like free roam right around this point. And if you, like me, were unlucky enough to actually head over here, you'd actually meet the very first open world boss for this game, the Puppet Master. Previously, these bodies were not around, but I guess they have added this just to let players know that, hey, if you are heading this way, you're in for a lot of trouble. Not that you needed too much of a warning, because you can know these are just player deaths. The red caps are essentially dead players who died to the boss. You can think of it like the bloodstains in a Souls game. So yeah, let me very quickly see if I can get a... I do believe I have a daily here where I have to become an animal. I have to be infected by animal hysteria. It kind of does look blue, right? Oh, I think I understand what's happening. I'm pretty sure this is meant to be red, like very dark red, but the problem is you have a blue sky above, and the reflectivity is so high that it's being shaded by the blue of the sky. That would be my guess. Yeah, it almost looks like a puddle over here. A puddle of water. Alright, let me see if I can jump into online mode for a bit and do sort of what I would call a fate of this game. It's essentially just doing... Well, the one I'm doing is, I think, just Chinese Qigong. The 5 animal frolics. And you can tell that this is a new title, by the way, the Abyss Conqueror one. It's what you get for completing the bosses, all the challenges in the bosses, and the little number you see at the end indicates how many times they've done it. And people really like to show that one off. Maybe I should equip that one as well. I wonder how much I have, actually. Probably 12 or 13. Well, not what I intended to change. Is it here? Edit profile? Yeah. Yeah, not the badge. Hero title. Yeah, 13. Oh wait, 14 with the current one. But nah. Yeah. 14 confirmed. If only I could keep it that way for the entire, like, I guess I could keep it because I do believe that the number only goes up when you finish a fight and actually redeem the chest over here. So if I never redeem that chest, it will always be 14. Kind of sounds like a fun thing to do. Oh, there's a new boss too. I have not seen this one. Yeah, let's go do ourselves some Chinese Qigong. And my task, my daily for the day, is to do the Qigong so badly that I become an animal, more or less. And like an actual animal. The way I've already completed the fade, so you can kind of see it's like 300 of 300, but just trying to do this extra daily to get some reputation. The way you're actually meant to do it is that you can see kind of in the background that one player has become a duck. And you're either meant to do it all the time or heal people who become animals. Although unless multiple people are doing it, it is kind of impossible to do it by yourself because the difficulty of this disease is way too high. Although you're kind of doing less damage than I remember. Now, honestly, if you didn't want to engage in the healing minigame, you could just leave your character AFKing there. It is enough to get you what you need to complete the fate. I'm probably gonna lose all my health before I even do this entirely. The duck is kicking you mentally. Well, the actual thing that's happening is that the duck is a person who's been converted in his mind, in his or her mind, into a duck. So I'm battling the contagion that has infected their mind. But I guess that's an accurate way of saying it. The duck is kicking me mentally, and you would be surprised at the geese in this game. They are very dangerous. This will probably kill me. Almost 986. If I don't get double shields here, yeah, this is the end. I don't have any double shields around here. Might as well just throw everything I have. Usually, when you heal, that's enough to get the other person healed. I can't do it a second time, I believe. No, I can do it. But yeah. If you do it even once, the other person is fixed and you can go back to just doing it normal. The reason I'm here, though, is to actually get inflicted by the same thing. I want to become an animal. But it's kind of random as to whether you can become one. If you participate in the Qigong, eventually you get a little follow the line minigame. And when you fail it, there's a chance you will be inflicted with the animal hysteria. They do also have a notification somewhere. Okay, that's new too. Usually, the less people there are, the more chances that you're gonna get that little mini game. But maybe it's there are more people than we can see, and the game's not loading it. Become the inner duck, or the inner bear, or the inner deer. What we will become, I do not know just yet. Honestly, I feel like it might be bugged too, because only 2 people are doing the Qigong. And if that player is not getting the mini game, then I should be getting it, but I'm not sure why I'm not. Maybe I need to exit down first and join again. Because no one else is doing it. At least none that we can see. There we go. I just have to fail this mini game. Oh, never mind. This is confusing. Like, failing usually gives you... Okay, I might just need to get out and try and get it again. Failing is usually a guaranteed way to get inflicted by it. But it might be the patch changed it again. Because that miss did not appear before. Courtesy patch. It's definitely a very weird patch in many ways. I feel like they've made things a lot better, but at the same time, it's like taking 1 step forward and 2 steps back. The changes to the weapons and everything are godsend. Especially for the tank weapon. If you are a tank weapon user like me, they've made a few changes that have made it flow very well. I'll just try and do it, and hopefully we'll get inflicted. No? Okay, never mind. If you do it perfectly, it doesn't work too. Exit again. Oh yeah, actually, there is one change that I do like. They have allowed you to see the running animations for the mounts, and this was what I was saying the other day, Sento. That some of the mounts are very, very entertaining. This is one of those mounts. They added this with the patch. And at base level, you're seeing this is how the mount works. You're not riding the leopard. The leopard is chasing you. This is the dual variant, so if another person is riding it, this is how it looks like. Honestly, I just love this side stuff. And that was what I was saying the other day. I kind of wish Final Fantasy XIV took a leaf out in their book and made stuff a lot more fun like this. The Husky is kind of funny as well, because it's the dog that's dragging you along. Like, if this was Final Fantasy XIV, you'd be riding that horse key, as you can see. But it does have multiple levels. For each level, you get an additional dog. Shin horse, a very armored horse. And then you, of course, have the geese, which is a mainstay. This one has multiple geese just following you, I believe. Yep. Alright, let me try this again. We have more people to compete with now, but hopefully... Oh, this character's not doing anything. It's just me and Realm Guider over there at the moment. I really like the fact that they made the wings, right? The wings were such a clever idea. Hoverboard I have not seen, so not quite sure, but the wings were. Like, the moment those wings came out, I knew everyone would be trying to farm them. Oh, no wonder. I've not done any of the casual content this time. as long as they're trying something new, right? There's been a lot of hype about 8.0. Like people are saying it's gonna be remade from the ground up, and I sincerely doubt that. But do hope they take a lot of take a good hard look at other games and do what they're doing, because I feel like this game at least does a lot of creative ideas. Yeah, people have been saying it's gonna be ARR again. Oh no, R. Okay, no, never mind. But yeah, I did see a lot of people pointing to the New Year greeting, right, and going to the tides and everything. So people are saying we're gonna be sailing the high seas. We'll see. The thing that I'm most excited about is that everyone's saying it's gonna be completely different, which I don't believe it is. But I feel like they might finally take everything they've learned and put more stuff in the game. Why is this not activating? Let me try again once more. Like when Bosja came out, for example, right? I was sure that was sort of a testing ground for what they were going to do for future fates, because Bosja fates are actually interesting in a sense, right? But they didn't actually do it. So I'm hoping they change some of that stuff. I am not getting this at all for some reason. It does feel like that a lot, right? They're not really doing anything and just seeing how people are reacting. And I feel like other than the raids, a lot of the reaction is negative, even though the story actually turned out to be pretty good at the end. Let me just change out of my healing appearance here. Go back to what I've clicked to adjust the wardrobe's wind strength. That is an interesting feature to have in an appearance thing. I think I was wearing this before. Yep. Dude, is there something wrong with the relic? Oh, the Endwalker relic? The futuristic looking ones? Like the final stage. Okay. You know what? I am gonna go a bit against the grain for this. Right. I know a lot of people hated the fact that the relic was just for tomes, but I actually liked that it was for tomes. Because maybe it's just me, but I felt like that was the most player-friendly way to do a relic. You could participate in anything with your friends, whether they were doing dailies or they were just doing treasure hunts or anything, and you'd still be working towards your relic. Like that was, you had complete freedom on how to do it. But for a lot of players, right, I also understand that was not friction enough. Like that didn't feel like I'm a worthy enough process to get the Endwalker relic. Alright, let's do this again. Hope I get infected. It's not working. Like, I feel like maybe if I just miss one, right? Just miss one. Okay, there we go. And for my reward, I become a bear, which other people can heal. It's gonna run out eventually. It's 10 seconds, it doesn't really matter, but that does get us a daily done. Be the bear you always were. You had to do it in the dramatic voice, Sento. Be the one you were always meant to be. Be the bear you were always meant to be. Yeah, there's... it's not quite visible on the gameplay, but there is an input lag on online too. I'm pressing the jump button way earlier than it's actually doing the jump. Alright, one more daily, and then this is like a quiz show in the game. What is the height? The height is 5, thank you. Preparing a question. Epic Adventures, there we go. This is also something I kind of wish Final Fantasy XIV did. Like, you could consider a lot of what I'm doing right now to be Guild Wars events or Final Fantasy's fates, right? Like, having stuff like this would change up the boredom a bit. Like, having little things like quiz shows and everything. And there is a bit of an incentive to answer as quickly as possible. Unfortunately, I can never do it because my latency is so high that if anyone is on the Japanese or the Korean region, they will always win over me. Africa. Yeah. I pressed at the same time, but I couldn't get it. Honestly, as much as I dislike all the power systems in this game, I do like how they do the events. There are even players who will try to trick you by taking the first answer, and that's a daily too, because this game has a sect that is made up of thieves and tricksters, and I believe those players have to do dailies which involve tricking other people or annoying them. Like right now, I'm in the healing sect. That's why you are seeing me. Is it Genfu? Oh, I didn't even realize I was the first one. It is not Genfu. It's not Yang. It's Wang Zhao Jin. That's the actual answer. No. The sect idea is quite amazing. I wasn't thinking too much. I knew the answer, but I immediately pressed it without thinking. It's not that I'm read up on any of these things, it's just that I've done these quizzes so many times I actually remember them. They repeat the same questions over and over again. The bamboozle part is funny because there is a daily that requires you to basically trick people. Is it Chenog's World Classics? I feel like it's this one, yeah. Yeah, it is that one. Trick people by taking the first answer. Kinda, right, kinda. But how the sex function is a bit different, all things considered. Like if you go over here, I'm in the healing sect, and one of the requirements that I have to do is if I'm healing anyone, whether it's a player or an NPC, I have to demand a price from them. The safest way to do it is just to ask them to give you likes, because that's the thing too in this game. And you are required to get at least 15 likes per week, otherwise you get a -10 for your preset value. And once you reach like 0, you're punished for it. And you get additional merits for participating in healing in multiplayer games, right? And apart from that, they also track how well you do your healing. Like right now, at my current rank of medical scholar, I am number 14 on the leaderboard. And there are like people who are very invested in making sure they're number one, as you can see. And at the start, you start off as a keeper, and you have to do these to go a higher level. At each higher level, you get to charge a higher level of fees and get access to more of the shop for this sect. And the final level is the divine healer level, right? And that, unlike with this level, with the medical scholar level, how you gain merit is by healing people. Like you said that there's a huge gap, right, for this player. I'm assuming the player is, because you can sort of track how many heals people are doing online by going over to provide healing. And if you go to suggested healing, you can kind of see and you can tell just how messy this patch is, because the weekly like and the healer mastery are overlapping now. And you can kind of see the amount of heals that they've done, right? So if a person is genuinely healing people, like it will be around 21, 23 like me over here, or 12. But the other way to get it is, you saw me doing the healing for that fate, right? Where they become an animal. That does count to your merit gain. So some people actually farm that fate over and over to increase their merit, or they do multiplayer events. If you join a multiplayer boss fight, which is completely different from normal boss fights. Like with normal boss fights, it's more like an actual action game. But where is it? Is it here? The Heroes Realm. With this, I think I already mentioned this. You know what? Never mind. The multiplayer ones function more like FF14 boss fights. And you do get merit for joining in as a healer there too. So most likely, this person has been doing a lot of multiplayer healing to get such a high rank. And the final level is called Divine Healer. And unlike here, where we get merits for doing in-game activities, the Divine Healer is elected by popular vote. So all the players in the sect cast votes and they get points. Unfortunately, for a lot of this, that means if you just spamming the chat, the sect chat over and over again, saying that, hey, I am part of the Divine Healer stuff, please vote for me. I am on channel 61, as you can see. And the reason I am on 61 is because if you switch over to channel 1, the main channel, arguably, it's gonna be like a few seconds. I'm running for Divine Healer, I'm assuming. And the main channel is filled with spam for Divine Healer stuff. So everyone who has any brain cell and just wants to talk goes over to channel 61. Right now there's only one person, but during the evening there's like 4 to 5 people just spamming the chat over and over again. Is this even... Can I actually see your nameplate? Who are you? Are you even in the running for Divine Healer? I feel like I'm not entirely sure. And the only thing you get is like a profile badge and a title that you lose in a week. So not quite sure whether that's worth it. But I guess for a lot of people it is. Surprisingly, the spammer, okay, yeah, they are pretty close. As you can see the vote cast, because this is actually a person in the community that interacts with the other healers quite a bit. So I have voted for them, and I'll probably vote for Giant Balls over here, because even she does interact quite a bit. I know these two are not spammers. They really encourage you to do whatever is in the sect. And this is the healing sect. I know that if you are on the PvP sect, you are required to PvP regularly, and you get merit for winning fights. If you lose a fight in the PvP sect, you actually are punished. For the heroic sect, like the chivalry sect, you can't have too much money on your person. You have to give your money away and make sure you regularly co-op with someone else. And then I believe is the leisure sect, which requires you to have multiple partners, or at least one partner. It's called the harem sect, I believe. And write newspapers, play music, that stuff. The leisure sect is all about that. And we've done our little online activities. I'll probably just go back to exploring a bit. And there is this one quest, which is going to unlock another boss for me. And a lot of my friends have been telling me to go do it because it's a bit of a challenging boss. So we'll see. Yep, which is why I was saying I kind of wish a lot of other games took note of this and were like, hey, we should be doing this stuff. You know what? Even their events are kind of fun, right? If I go over to the current season 1, this was released today. And one of the events is the most ridiculous thing I've ever seen. You're basically climbing on top of each other and making a giant ladder. I have to do this one more time to max it out for this week, so might as well. Yeah, more or less. Oh, the ladder is unstable and I couldn't climb it. Now let's try this one, which is a bit smaller. There we go. And occasionally you'll have to do a little mini game to maintain the stability. And it's even funnier at the end because everyone just falls flat on their face. I am possibly having a very honeymoon period with these events as well. Like when I first played Final Fantasy XIV and we're doing the fates, I kind of like them, but then when you do it over and over again, it's not as fun, right? And it's probably going to be the same here, but I do like the fact that it's very weird and entertaining. Oh. Oh, we are losing our stability. It's, oh, never mind. It's gone to 100 now. Climbing pretty high here. Three seconds. It's almost over. 2 more people joined in. I think we're about to fall because the timer's run out. Yep, there they go. It's only a matter of time. Yep. And it actually leaves an imprint on the ground. A stick figure imprint, but it's still there. These guys actually got it very long. Hopefully I've gotten almost everything done here. And as you can imagine from a gacha game, you can roll on the gacha, you can roll on upgrade items. Here they're giving me a free gacha. Although I can get 2 if I had more. Moonrise over the river hanging. A bag of coins. Stronger? What is that? Oh, these are just challenges that will be unlocked in time. Path of the Cautious. Solo online mode. Okay. You'll probably do that later. Not later. Let's do it now. I'll move on to solo. And before I go and find what this quest is about, I'm gonna do just one boss fight over here. Because this boss actually drops a tank here, and I'm trying to get an upgrade item from it. But as you can imagine from a gacha game, there's a stamina mechanic behind it. So I can't farm over and over as I want. Let's make sure I'm on the right stuff. Okay, actually on the tank weapons now, my preferred ones. And switch the poison off. I have another buff here that I'm not... Okay, I'll need to take a look at the tank weapon changes too, because that yellow buff on my bar is something I've never seen. Alright, the whack-a-mole phase. Yep. What's the other? I think one of the bosses is a glitch because there should be 3 of them popping out. Oh, over there, I didn't see it. And they'll keep doing this until I can get 1 or 2 rounds on all of them. hope I can get what I'm looking for. Wait, I can claim triple now? Interesting, they changed this too. Because previously you could only claim double unless you were at max level. And max level right now is 75. I could not claim triple before. That's a nice change. Unfortunately, I did not have the item I'm looking for. I'm looking for a little jade flower that can be used to upgrade stuff. And some of the stuff is being sent to my bag and my email because I have a little too much equipment. And they're finally putting a tutorial for this stuff too. Oh no, this is different. This is auto recycling. Ah, okay, so if you know what, I'm not gonna enable auto recycle now. If you were farming for stuff and you didn't need like blues or purples, you could just switch this on. In my case, I actually want to use it though. I want to get rid of the blues here. What? I was pressing so quickly, I missed a tutorial there. Okay, there's a tune attribute there as well. Like little filters that are making quality of life changes. And now we can redeem that stuff in the sect. Probably get the little gacha too. This gacha, however, is for, I guess you could call it their normal banner. Because they have a premium banner with this appearance, and then you have Solemn Echo, which is the one that we're getting. And none of these outfits are too over the top. It's almost the same outfit with different dye colors. I think a lot of people who are drawing for this are probably drawing just to get this cape though, which is pretty cool to be honest. It matches my character aesthetic pretty well, from the front at least. The actual appearances are a lot more over the top. It is, they love their effects, right? Even this has like a weird snow effect on it, and I do feel like it differs between the male and the female version. Like what effect you get. Because the cape on this has like poison in the back flowing through. This is more just the hair. Like look at that effect, right? So over the top. And I feel like a lot of the players actually like this stuff. I do like the design though. It's very moon goddess. If you just wanted the hairstyle only, you have it here as well. The actual premium draw is very, very over the top. Alright, this draw is just for changing the special effects of your weapon. So if you were using a spear and you wanted to have dragon effects, you'd be trying to get this. Nope, what? The boss respawned. Oh, you know what? Never mind. Let's just deal with. I spent too long there, so the boss respawned. Honestly, with the tank weapon, this is not too difficult to fight because you can use that charge attack over and over again to just melt them. And if I had a proper setup, there's another skill that slows down time. This phase is very easy too because I don't have that skill equipped. It is a bit more annoying now. It's entirely possible for you to glitch out the whack-a-mole phase as a tank. Still not quite lucking out with that one item that I'm looking for. I wonder if they changed it. Now you can still get it. It's the little flower there. Just not lucky enough, I guess. Anyway, let's go unlock the other boss that I was talking about. And I will temporarily shift my other tank weapon to a healing one. This is the ever normal granary, a traditional grain reserve of the Empire. No unauthorized entry. No worries, Sento. I hope you recover soon. But if you ever need just someone to talk to, I'll always be streaming. But if you want something more personal, just drop me a line on Discord too, because I usually have it open. Take care, and here's to good luck with your exercise regimen. Right. Just keep at it. It gets better. It's like that one scene from BoJack Horseman. It's hard at the beginning, but it gets easier. Good night. Submit Shenli. What is this? Do I even have this token? Take care, Santa, and hopefully I shall see you in Final Fantasy soon once the Pirate expansion releases. Huh, I don't even remember getting that token, but I must have gotten it from somewhere. Surprisingly, okay, yeah, I was expecting that to happen. Surprisingly, this whole area is not voiced for some odd reason. The game does like to keep things voiced a lot, and maybe because this is a side quest and not the main story. The frame, though. I feel like with the recent update, the frames on the PlayStation has gotten even worse. And the whole reason I changed to PlayStation was because I wanted the higher frame rate. And then move the last batch of grain. I couldn't even read it. Li Shoujiu. Oh, now it's voiced.
哦，长平令，如此，那还请少侠先往粮仓一步，我这就派人帮你运粮。
The basic gist is that there's a war that's happening, so the government is basically stockpiling grain here. But because of that, a lot of the peasants are going hungry. And we are on the side of the peasants and trying to release at least a portion of that food so that people will not die of starvation. Suspicious amount of red hats on the ground. Ominous. Okay. I don't have any red hats here, but that's usually an indication that there's a tough enemy around. What is happening with the weather here? But this is suspicious whenever I see this. Yeah, I do get suspicious. So let me change my skills back to what I normally use. The bell is not something I normally ever use. It's the geese which slows down time. What do I have here though? Oh, okay, wait, I remember. Drunken Fist. That was what I had here. Not Dragon Head, Drunken Point. There we go. Now we're finally back to normal.
There is it. 是空的。
So they basically let me see it and then they're just gonna beat the stuffing out of me. Or blame me for it disappearing.
这也是空的。
沈官人先前早有交代，凡来粮仓取粮者，不可轻扰。还请少侠莫要见惯。
Far away, huh? Nope, you had a double attack there. You are an interesting enemy type. Not one I've faced before. Ow. Triple combo. This layout looks like the real granary is somewhere else entirely. As we're fighting our way out here. Let's grab the fire. We'll be at it. Chest here. Yeah, all of the soldiers are not on my side at all. I can't jump though. Yeah, wait, I really can't actually triple jump here. Freeze again. It's doing quite that a lot. I almost feel like it might be a bit of a starter for a certain effect. I kind of don't like it when it freezes on console, because I always worry that something's happening to the console. I know the current patch improved a lot of things considerably. What? No, you guys actually have names for some reason. But at the same time, it feels like they worked a lot of stuff on console. Oh, you interrupted my shield. Thank you very much. Ow. Calm down. I am not at all familiar with you guys. You seem to have very quick attacks. Very different from the Jinghei enemies. Alright, you know what? Before I go off, let me very quickly change the title. Because we're no longer doing Ghostmaster, we've actually managed to do Ghostmaster. So I don't want to give anyone the wrong idea. And make them think that I'm doing Ghostmaster again. So let me very quickly change the name of our stream to Ever Normal Granary Quest. Because a lot of friends have been like, you need to do this. You're gonna unlock a battle you love. I know that Janka is the one who's here, but I'm not exactly sure how difficult Janka is. Like, there's been 2 bosses that people have been recommending to me over and over in Kaifeng. And that is Wolf Maiden who I somehow managed to run across in Qinghe through a quest, and then the other person is Yanga. I have incentive to go over there too, because there's a chest. Might as well just clear the entire place of enemies. Binary card. What am I getting from defeating you guys? You didn't lose any health? Interesting. Beef tendon. Like no drops that we can farm or anything, huh? Wait a minute. Your HP is being restored instantly. I do not know why. Okay, first things first. There is a chest here somewhere. I'm not... Can I even climb up here? No, I cannot. Character's not grabbing onto the edge. There's a chest in top of this building over here. Yeah, we can see it now. There's another chest. This is the way I'm supposed to be going, so I want to check out the rest of the granary before I do anything, and he looks a bit stronger than the others. As a tank though, we're just gonna go in. That won't let me just throw you away for a second. Alley-oop. I'm correct that strong guard should just spawn here in a few seconds. The game doesn't really like you doing weird stuff with the guards, unless he died there. I just want to check out the entirety of the fortress, make sure there are no other chests or anything about. Feels very blank though, especially since nothing's popping up on our radar. And I still cannot triple jump in this vicinity, so it doesn't really help. A couple of enemies here, so I presume there's a chest somewhere. Maybe I was just not meant to. There's a lot of enemies here. Yeah, this is where we entered. Okay.
反了你！谁在那里？反了你！谁在那里？
Wow. This skewered me into the air. And now I have an entire guard garrison on me. Well, I guess we're clearing the entire granary of all its soldiers and being labeled a national criminal. Ow. Oh, there's a healer in there. Really just unga bungaing myself all the way here. Oh, you guys actually give bluestone stuff. Interesting. Okay, one chest right there, but that's where we need to go. Shizamare. Almost sounds Japanese. Someone else was shooting at me here. I'm not entirely sure where they're shooting at me from, though. In all likelihood, I was probably never meant to go to the other side of the armory. The bunch of soldiers was probably meant to de-incentivize you from exploring the whole place. Meanwhile, I'm just running around, killing anyone I can. At least it adds to your experience in the compendium. You know what? I'll keep going for 4 more minutes and then call it for the stream. Let's see if we can find the boss. Even if we unlock the boss, I'll probably not do it tonight, because it's like already 11 p.m. on my end, and I'd rather just have dinner and go to bed. Anything in here? My curiosity gets the better of me, even though I know there's like no treasure chest or anything, just due to the fact that it's not appearing on the map.
谁在那里？反了你！
I E deviation. That's one of the talents. I don't think I've ever seen it activate before. But then again, I just recently unlocked it and I haven't really been doing UE battle content as much as just bosses directly.
谁在那里？哎！反了你！哎！
There's an additional guard in there now.
哎！
Somebody's still shooting at me. Oh, it's you over there. Don't mind me, I'm just taking a look around the granary. Doesn't seem like there's any other treasure around the area though. So all that I've been doing is just wasting time. Got a Echo Jade or something. I'm guessing I was not meant to go over here. They don't even have a place where you can actually go and attack. A proper path to this. The treasure chest must be inside. We have the soldier who's respawned. Do I want to take him? I do. We'll probably get a Wolfram Blade, which we do need for tank stuff.
戒备，报上名来！
Oh. It's a feint. It looks like he's gonna attack you, but he just drives it into the ground and then kicks you.
小猪，
I love it when enemies have attacks like those that fake you out.
脚印，散落的粮食，锤梯，莫非失踪的粮食都被运到了地下？
Interesting. They must have been moving the grain so that people don't know that it's been supplied to the war effect. So let me get another strap cells here because my nose is getting clogged again. Where are you, treasure chest? Are you up or below. Oh. Let me check down first before we go up, because up seems to be the way you need to go. What are the chances you'll be breaking this thing when you come down? No, treasure chest is around here somewhere. Ah, there you are. Back at the gymming pool. And we have another chest up there somewhere. It's gonna take me a while to get used to the fact that we now have to hold down R2. So do we just tap R2 like before? Gentlemen, if you don't mind. What? Okay. Not sure why it stranded me down here, but we'll take it. Happy New Year, everyone. Oh gosh. Yeah, we're definitely being funneled to a boss. Oh, no, well, I will give that sign a like. Because I didn't even realize you could go up there.
里头那阶下囚怎么这么多事儿？都这天气了。
Interesting. So Zhang is actually planning all this for some reason. What we do not know. Let me go and take care of this card just for the extra Wolfram weight. I'll probably just get to the boss and call it because I don't have enough time to do it tonight.
报上名来！小猪，
Beamed pork and a Wolfram weight. There's another chest around here. I see it. And I feel like I'm walking away from it rather than heading towards it. Maybe we'll circle around eventually. The problem with actually being able to see treasure chests on the minimap is this.
真是独具，这些人叫它朝生木落花。
Funny thing is, my character should know the Dawn to Dusk flower because we've cleared out the entirety of the Mistwhale Forest.
"这洞中竟长满了朝生木落花。
Saw some fire arrows. There you are. Always nice when the game hands you these. Excuse me? What was that? Oh, you. Boss Fungus Dream Puppet. Also giving me Rhapsody equipment. What a beautiful location, though. Now, for all its faults, the game looks really, really nice. Surely more than one flower, right? Oh, there you are. I hate the fact that we're getting so many frame drops, though. Oh, you interrupted my shield. Okay. That's why my character picked out the weapon. I was a bit confused when she just took out the weapon all of a sudden. Getting a lot of tank upgrade items though from all these frost fungus enemies. Still have more to go by the looks of it. I was hoping it would put us directly into the boss so I could call it a night.
对岸似有亮光，粮仓莫非在那边？但这么深的悬崖，得想办法过去。峭壁上有接力之物，可借此跃至高处。但两地相距过远，得先找个近处的借力点。峭壁上有接力之物，可先借此跃至高处，再做打算。 但得先清理缠绕在那儿的招生木落花。
It's all starting to make sense to me why Despite exploring the area around the Evernoble Granary, I never got any sort of completion too much. Because a lot of the chests were hidden underground. Where the supplies all moved to?
还有谁来了？
Looks like we have the welcoming committee. Don't think anything's down there, because if it was, there's a fire clicking through that. Because if it was, the mini-map would let us know.
“已经过去10余年了，沈官人是无辜的，放了他。”
小子，认清现在的形势，不如跟着郑大人，定保你一家人都能活命。别跟他废话，绝不能叫他破坏了郑大人的计划。又来个同伙，不能让他们带着秘密离开。
There's a delay to that attack. Delay to all their attacks. It's the elites which attack very quickly, and these guys just attack very slowly. The body has disappeared. I was gonna pick them up for items.
沈官人，快去救沈官人！
沈官人，
是张鄂，他囚禁沈官人，而后冒充长平使，偷运粮食。
所以我先前在秋明居见到的那位，是假的。 难怪他手下的士兵如此行径。但郑鄂又是何人？他想做什么？
我也不知。手下，快救沈官人！那里长满了蓝色花苞，常人难以接近。
People doing in that such a big cavern? Why hide the grain down here? Okay, this is starting to feel like a bot. No, never mind. I was about to. I was looking at the other side. I was thinking it was a boss arena.
真正的长平石被关在那边，得先到高处清理水车上的藤蔓。
Wait, are we in part of the ghost market? It almost looks like it. Could Junk have actually been?
这旗帜，曹公们是天上来的人。
Junk have actually been trying to provide citizens with food. Thanks to Water Lady's help, I'm now the Master of Grain. The secret passage beneath the granary is now complete, which has eased, at least for now, the famine in Heavenfall in the Forsaken Quarter. Yet the dawn to dusk blossom remains a dire threat. Please ensure that Jimming Pool is stocked with fire arrows and torches so that should the need arise, innocent lives can be shielded. Your heart beats for the people of Kaifeng, and with your rare talents, you will surely bring peace and fulfill our shared hopes. I will repay your kindness even beyond this life. The Amber of East letter. So yeah, even though we were attacked, it might be that they were trying to do it for the right thing. Like, take out all this food that's being stocked here and hand them out to the peasants. To the people who actually need it and are starving. Well, I guess that's a good way to get some fish. Blood Scale Spear guards. These guys gain rage and then get stronger. Fang Rouge's letter.
茱萸，看来替曹帮前任帮主报仇，也是他们目的的一环。
So Rouge and Zhang He are brother and sister? Would have never seen that. That can't be the only flower. Okay, here we go. There's something else around here. There's one, there's two. Where's number 3? Or do I just need to activate as soon as they're done? Gorgeous. They do such a great job. With the locales.
得先。
I might be helping the wrong side in this quest. Wasn't that all of them? Oh, there was one right here. Or maybe there's another one up here, because the flower that appeared here did not disappear. This is the exit. Never mind. Or do they work in pairs? Oh. You. Not a pair. I tried.
少侠，在下长平市沈一伦，求少侠助我。
你是沈一伦？那秋明居那位？
是我求少侠助我相救之人。他在我南巡归来的途中挟持了我，此后将我困于此地，不见天
Speaking
日。
very softly for some odd reason.
我长平使的身，而后令赵生木落花蔓延。
你说将长平使偷梁换柱，这
旁人不信，他名为郑和。那是一段延续了12年的血仇。开封城外的达安村里，还住着那段血仇的受害者们。我与他一同长大，我知道，眼前种种并非他的本心，只是世事无常，世道不放过他，他也不放过他自己。朝生木落花已侵袭开封，唯有去君主底部，将其烧毁，放些生路。这四周弥漫的菌丝又浓烈了许多，要来不及了。从这儿过去，便能到达君主底部。此时会善良，阿正会回头。这一次，我们定能让天下长平，救下开封所有人。
Okay, now we're entering a boss fight. I'll probably stop for the night after we triggered this, because it's gonna take a while to learn this boss if they are as challenging as people are telling me. Shunk. Oh, wait.
怎么会这样？我明明是想救人，怎么会这样？乱世善良，真的难存吗？恶人，恶人都该死，该死！
Or are we seeing what happened to Sorrowfield Village?
都死了，全都死了。
是你，
Gang the first one.
把我们都害死了！都害死了！
阿传，
师傅死了，娘亲死了，我也死了，还活下去的人都死了，那该死的，为什么还活着？你想保全无辜者，那我们呢？我们就该被牺牲吗？
我们就该被牺牲吗？
我们就该被牺牲吗？
We had a vision of the past, I guess. A bit more context as to why Zhang Ke is doing this. Okay, now this looks like a proper boss fight arena.
"阿然，别生气，是阿兄错了，是我忘了。何人不出境，好人如何过？" 没关系，这次阿兄做何人？ 换你们活！
Yep, you know what? That's where I'm going to call it today. I'll probably be spending some time actually practicing this boss and learning how to defeat him in open world. It might not be too difficult since I have the fan at the moment. I do believe open world bosses are... I don't have, the healing restriction. Ow, whoa, okay, you hurt. Now there is a healing restriction, so it's not going to be easy. Whoa. That's a gold attack. I have to dodge it. But yeah, it's gonna be a while. If all my friends and everyone has been hyping up this fight and the Wolf Maiden as much as they have been, I'm not gonna be doing it tonight. If anyone's watching, take care and stay safe. I will call it and go get myself some proper rest. And where you are, stay safe.